Hello, my sweethearts. How are you? So, this video is for those of you that are going to have a job interview. I have prepared job interview questions, okay, that typically employers do or have for you. They usually have anywhere between 10 to 20 questions. I'm going to go over with you the most important ones, which are about 8 of them, okay? So, to begin, first of all, okay, first you need to prepare yourself. Preparing for a job interview is key to making a positive impression, okay? Now, here are some common interview questions that you might face, along with tips for crafting strong responses, okay? But prep yourself first. Yes, you need to shower. Obviously, you need to shower and make sure you put deodorant. And if you wear perfumes or colognes, please just wear a little bit. Okay, you do not want to overwhelm the room with your perfume or your cologne. Dress appropriately. Arrive 10 to 15 minutes early. This is a plus. Okay, remember, first impressions are the best. Don't forget to take your resume, your ID, and any credentials that support the role that you are applying for, okay? Most importantly, throughout the whole interview, remain calm and always keep eye contact, okay? So, right after you shower and all of that, just prep yourself and taking deep breaths and just stay calm, positive, and assertive, okay? So, the number one question that the employer will ask is, tell me about yourself. Okay. Now, when they ask, tell me about yourself, they don't want to know like your personal life. Okay. What they want to know is your background, your strengths, and what makes you a good fit for the position. Now, a good way to respond is briefly summarize your professional experience, focusing on how it aligns with your job that you're applying for. And end by mentioning why you're excited about this opportunity. For example, you can say something like, oh, I have 3 years of experience as a marketing specialist where I worked on digital campaigns that boosted engagement by 25%, yada yada. I'm excited about this position because I believe my skills in content, strategy, and analytics can help your company achieve its growth goals. Something like that. Okay? Um, you might want to get pen and paper, or you could replay this video as many times as you like, to feel more comfortable. Another question would be, why do you want to work here? That's a question that a lot of employers will do. Okay, why do you want to work here? What they want to know is whether you've researched the company and understand their mission. Okay, so a good way to respond is by mentioning something specific about the company, like its values, culture, or recent accomplishments that excites you. Then connect it to your own career goals and skills. For example, you can say, I've been following your company's innovative approach to sustainable practices, and I admire how you prioritize environmental responsibility, la la la. I feel my background in sustainable supply management aligns perfectly with your mission. Something like that. Okay? It doesn't have to be long, just be, straight to the point. Question, it's a random question, but question number 3. What are your strengths and your weaknesses? This is a very famous question. Okay, so what they want to know is your self awareness, your honesty, and how you handle challenges. Okay, for example, how to respond as far as strength. Choose a strength that's relevant to the job and provide an example. For example, I'm very detail oriented, which helps me avoid errors and ensure high quality results in my work. Okay, that's for strengths. For weaknesses, choose a real weakness that you're actively working to improve. By that, you can give an example by saying, I sometimes struggle with delegating tasks because I like to ensure everything is done to my standard. However, I've been working on improving my trust in team collaboration. I'm learning to delegate more effectively. Okay, short and sweet. Another question, now this is question number 4. Describe a challenging situation you faced and how you handled it. Okay, that's a very typical question. Here, what they want to know is if you can problem solve, okay? Problem solving abilities and how you react under pressure. For example, you can respond by using what I call the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. That's STAR. Situation, task, action, result. To structure your answer, for example, you can say, in my last job, we had a major project with a tight deadline, and the team was understaffed. So I took the initiative to break down the project into smaller tasks and reprioritize. And as a result, we delivered on time and even received positive feedback from the client. Short and simple, just, positive feedback, like what was the situation, what was the task, what action did you take, and what was the result. Okay, 5th question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay, so this one, what they're trying to say is, or what they want to know from you, your long-term career goals and whatever you'll be committed to the role. So they want to pretty much have a secured employee, like, if you're going to be there for 5 years or more, or less than 5 years. For example, you can respond with saying, for example, like mention growth within the company or industry, but avoid sounding too rigid, okay? Show enthusiasm for continuous learning. For example, you can say, in 5 years, I see myself in a relationship. In 5 years, I see myself in a leadership role, potentially managing a team or major projects. I'm excited about growing within a company like yours where there's room for professional development or professional growth. Short and sweet. Okay, so question number 6. Why did you leave your last job? Okay. Now this one, you gotta make sure that you don't make a mistake and talk bad about your previous employer or your current employer that you're leaving, okay? So what they want to know is whether you're leaving for a positive reason or for a better fit or a negative one, okay? That's what they want to know. Whether you're leaving, because there's no more room for growth, or because you had a negative experience. So, how to respond will be pretty much be honest but diplomatic. Okay, focus on seeking new challenges or aligning better with your career goals. For example, you can say, I'm looking for more opportunities to apply my skills in a larger, more dynamic environment. I believe this position offers a great match for my expertise in, for example, project management or leadership or something like that. Okay, so we're almost done. So for question number 7, how do you handle stress or tight deadlines? So what they want to know is if you have the ability to remain calm and productive in high pressure situations. Okay, so how you can respond is share specific strategies you use to stay organized and focused. For example, you can say something like, I stay calm under pressure by prioritizing tasks and breaking them down into manageable steps. I also find it helpful to keep open communication with my team to ensure that we stay on track and support one another. So pretty much it's, communication is key, especially, whether you work solo or with other people. So that's a pretty good way of answering that question. Okay, so question number 8. This is the last one, okay? Do you have any questions for us? They will ask that. Okay, they will say, well, okay, do you have any questions for us? What they want to know is your interest in the role in the company. Like, how interested are you? How to respond is always ask thoughtful questions. This shows you're engaged and have done your research. Okay, for example, you can ask, what's the company culture like? You can also ask, what are the opportunities for professional development? Or you can also ask, can you tell me more about the team I would be working with? Or can you tell me more about the role that I'll be doing? Now, you don't have to ask like specifics, but let's say if it's a new role, maybe something different than what you were used to do in your previous job, if it's similar. Okay, so pretty much, let me give you, okay, so besides the questions, don't forget about the tips. Do your research of the company, familiarize yourself with their mission, the products, and what they're all about. This shows that you've invested in the opportunity. Always dress appropriately, please. Dress is very important. Dress appropriately. Choose professional attire that fits the company culture. Okay. You're not going to a disco. You're not going to a party or bachelorette party. No, you dress professionally, if possible. Okay. If you I guess it depends on the employer, but if you have like dyed hair, like pink, purple, green, you know what? Just go to your natural color first, okay? Maybe later down the road, it will be okay if you like to wear pink, purple, blue hair, okay? But for the interview, remember the first impression is what counts the most. Prepare your own success story, okay? Think about key moments in your career where you demonstrated key skills and be ready to share them. Now remember to stay positive even when discussing challenges or weaknesses. Always frame your response in a positive light, okay? And those are my tips for you on job interview questions. I mean, there's other questions too, but these are most likely the most common questions. Like I said, grab a pen and paper, write them down, or you're more than welcome, of course, to replay this video. So thank you for listening, and I hope that this helps you. Okay, sending you hugs and kisses.